Currently on the hard shoulder with the hazard lights on.
Yeah, I've got a big problem here. First thing I'm going to have to do is ring breakdown recovery.
It doesn't look like your policy is actually active.
Hey everyone, it's that time. We're going on a road trip and there's a few of us. We've got Colin in his swamper van.
That's filthy.
That's filthy. And we've got Dave. Now look at the upgrades Dave's done on his van. Look at those off-road alloys. Smart alloys. Alloys. So if you've watched our videos before, every time we travel with Dave, there's issues.
I have a problem every
There's
time.
issues. So, just like tradition, we've got a problem, haven't we?
Yeah, we
So-
arrived today as well.
Yeah, so we're setting off tomorrow, so you know everyone's coming into ours and just gonna have some food and that and discuss like the route that we're doing and everything, and we'll talk about the alloys and everything looking good, and he's painted his brake calipers and everything, fantastic. Show you when we get on the trip, like all the modifications he's done in there. You've had some work done on your van today, you've had some new brake pads?
New pads on the front and the aircon regassed.
Right, so you're good to go then?
And an MOT on Tuesday.
You're right.
So I thought, I'm good to go, everything's brilliant.
And then?
I got home from the garage and there was smoke pouring from the rear wheel and the rear caliper was locked on.
Oh, what we're going to do is, after we've just discovered that like Dave's van, he's got some personalised tyres there, Dave Anti's tyres. But yeah, what we're going to do is we're just going to jack the van up, get the wheel off, because it's a good idea just to see if there's anything obvious. Going to show you how hot the actually gauntlet's showing smoke out, because I'll show you properly in a minute, but it's actually melted the paint on his brake calipers. That's how hot it's got, so it's definitely worth having a look.
It's got over 500 degrees.
Yeah, because it's heat resistant paint as well that's on there, so anyway, so we're just going to get the wheel off.
Anything?
Yeah, still spinning that, Dave.
Bit of a strange one. He's had the vehicle MOT the other day and now the handbrake's not working because it's not binding the wheel. So it seems like the handbrake has been put on fully and that seized it on, but now that it's been released, it's stuck now in that position because the cable's moving. We've just been moving it. The cable's moving underneath, but the actual handbrake mechanism isn't moving, so well, the foot brake's working.
Yeah, at least your brakes are. Camera back anyway.
So we've found it's actually a seized handbrake mechanism, and we're just freeing it off now. So
Right, so put it on. Put it on.
yeah, so yeah, it's on now and it's locking.
Look at the brakes
Yeah,
here.
it's free now.
It's bubbled the paint before, so
Just been saying this is the best case scenario. It's just the fact that like the handbrake mechanism, for whatever reason, like I say, it's just had it MOT'd, but that handbrake mechanism is just seized. But we've just like loosened it off and it's working now. So that's sorted. So that means Dave is joining us on the trip.
It's not a trip if I don't have a disaster and get dirty hands.
Yeah, we've not even set off. Like I said, we've just like decided to meet up tonight just to like talk about the route that we're doing. And hey everyone, so it's the morning after. It's early, but we're at the fuel station. This is where most of our trips start. We've got Dave over there, Janet and Colin are over there. Everyone's getting fuel, so let's do this. Right, Dave?
Yeah, I'll go to the back this time and let you lead.
Oh, it's been way too long since I've been on a road trip.
Ready, Colin?
Yeah, we're ready.
We're going to Scotland and we're doing a route that we've never done before, so we're going to loads of places that we haven't actually visited before. I can't wait.
So on this road trip we're doing a mixture of well camping and staying at some campsites. Now we're actually well camping tonight when we get to Scotland, and we don't know like what campsites we're staying at, because a lot of these places, like Bruce just said, you know, we've not been before, and the campsites are going to be booked last minute. Now this road trip, it is being done in summer, so hopefully a couple of things. We have got like, you know, the weather that's going to like work for us, and also hopefully like some of the campsites when we get there, you know, they're not going to be full.
But more importantly, before we get to Scotland, we're on a time limit to get somewhere, so see if we get there in time.
Well, we didn't make this timeline thing. The weather is absolutely horrendous. So we've just pulled into a service station because we just want to get a quick bite to eat.
So my intention was to get to McDonald's for breakfast before it closed, but we wasn't going to get there on time, so we've ended up at Burger King and got a burger.
So we're looking at a change in travel plans because we'll get you, because I know you're eating quickly. Hi. Yeah, originally it was going to be well camping.
Which other? What other?
Yeah, that's the one. But we actually realised that it's actually quicker to go to Kintyre, because that was part of our travel plans, than it is go there. So we've decided, we've all agreed, we're definitely all agreed. All agreed, we're going to go there. And hopefully, that means that tonight we'll be able to well camp next to the beach.
Yeah. That's the best I can do, that. That's just right.
So this is not a great start because we're currently on the hard shoulder with the hazard lights on because the engine's just cut out.
Yeah, we've got a light came on the engine and it just went to limp mode, and as soon as I got onto the hard shoulder, the engine just cut out. So I'm just seeing if, I don't know if it'll do anything yet. Let's see if I can get something if it comes up. If I just press diagnostic first. I've just had a look here on this basic tool I've got, and it says low pressure fuel system, pressure 2, low fuel injector group A, supply voltage, circuit open. I mean, I've no idea what that means. I'll see if I can start van up and see if. Nah, it won't start.
Check fuses.
Well, this is an issue because, like I said, obviously we're stuck on the motorway. Colin managed to pull in front of us. Dave was quite a bit in front of us, and he's obviously he was way ahead of. He's just rang us.
He said he'll pull off at the next junction and he'll.
Yeah, we've got a big problem here. I mean, my machine's a very basic machine. It's not clearing any codes. Like I say, we've still got this flashing light that's coming on. Like we're stuck on the motorway. Have got breakdown recovery, but we're in Glasgow, and obviously we're kind of like 4 hours away from home. I don't think this is a job that can just be fixed.
Probably not, no.
So first thing I'm gonna have to do is ring breakdown recovery, because obviously we can't stay here. But do you know what? I think our holiday's over, because
Unless they can fix it.
yeah, unless they know.
Please press 3. You are the best person to make. Using your smartphone is the quickest way to report your breakdown.
If the vehicle can't be fixed, obviously on the roadside, because obviously I'm no expert, so I don't know what's wrong. If it's a serious problem, then the vehicle needs to go to Volkswagen Oldham, because that's the provider for the van service. Because that we've travelled from down there, so.
But it is on Chadderton Way by any chance?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm just on hold with the recovery, and they've just basically, I've gave all my details, because we have breakdown recovery.
What we'll do, we'll just come up at 27 and just like to put retail park there.
Yeah, hi.
Park there and wait for you. So I just need to explain how this service works quickly.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
So a local recovery operator will be dispatched, and you'll receive a message shortly to confirm who is coming out and how long they aim to be.
Yeah.
You can benefit from a recovery to one destination if needed, and this does have to take place straight away.
Okay.
If you are advised that your vehicle will need taken to a garage to perform a repair or a check-up in workshop conditions, please make sure you follow this advice.
Yeah.
Or you may have to pay for further assistance if the vehicle breaks down again with the same fault.
Yeah.
And just like it doesn't look like your policy is actually active yet.
It should be, because it's just ran out and I've just renewed it about a week ago or something. I renewed it before it actually ran out, and I do have the confirmation for that.
Yeah, so I can see that you do have a policy with us, but it just, the inception date, so you have like an inception period,
right,
and it doesn't start until the 18th of June.
Right.
So you must have like a week inception period.
Of the last year's cover.
Yeah, if that makes sense, to where the policy isn't active. And
so we've got the van off the motorway. Guy was really helpful in selling everything. We've got a recovery truck here. So here's the issue. The engine light, the fault that came on when they came out, the van started when it came. It wouldn't start when I tried it, but they came out, it started. They've plugged it in and it's come up with a some fault or something. But he said to me that the fault isn't actually, it showed like the fault code, but it's not saying exactly what it is. And he said the only way to know is for the fault to happen again. But obviously the van's just started, so was that because it's cooled down or something? I've no idea. So the two choices I've got is I can either carry on and hope that it doesn't happen again, but if it happens again, they've already told me that if I voluntarily carry on, that it's basically, if the fault comes back on, I break down again, I'm not covered. They won't come out again, so I'll be stranded, stuck on my own. So basically, we're going to have to get towed home, not towed home, lifted home by the recovery truck. 5 hours to get home, and obviously going in a recovery truck. Now, we're going to be taking the van straight to Volkswagen Oldham, the van there, and obviously get it parked up, and then hopefully get it nice and secure, and then on Monday we'll have to speak to them and so on. We've now got to figure out how to get home from Volkswagen Oldham as well, because that's quite far from our house, so just an absolute nightmare. Like I said, the van has started, but I can't take the risk of going off the beaten track, because imagine trying to get a recovery truck like this on like one of the roads that are like off the beaten track.
Probably won't be, you're not going to be covered again.
Yeah, and they've already told me if I voluntarily carry on, I'm not going to be covered again. And imagine how much it would cost trying to get a vehicle like this recovered like 5 hours away from here. So, right, I mean, I'm assuming we're going in that cab. We just need to get some things out the van that we need. Obviously, we need to empty the fridge and things, because there's things in there, and obviously we need to like eat some food on the way home and stuff. But yeah, they're ready for us. They're ready for us. So. Yeah. Just asked me to check that it doesn't bottom out there, so. So just to clarify, what's happening? You're taking us to
Johnson Bridge Services.
Right.
And then the relay picks you up from there and takes you.
And they're going to take us down to there. Right. Okay. Right. So yeah. So basically, we're getting recovered to a service station where there's going to be another recovery that's going to take the van to obviously Volkswagen Oldham, because you know, with the fault, you know, the experts they've already said that obviously drive it. And like I keep saying, the issue we've got is, if we continue to drive it,
well, we can't continue to drive it now. We've also got a bolt in the
yeah, just found out we've got a bolt in our tyre as well. So the gentleman here just pointed that out to us. So this is a nightmare. So in this video, at the beginning, we said it was on a time thing for something. We wanted to get to this service station because we wanted McDonald's breakfast. Now, my head's all over the place. I can't remember if I told you before. We have to swap recovery trucks because this company is used his hours, so we could only come so far. So basically we now need to switch and go onto this recovery truck. But it's so bizarre and crazy that we've ended up at the service station that we were talking about that we wanted to come to before, but oh, this is crazy, right? So we need to get the van off now, and then we're getting on this recovery truck here. This is our recovery truck. I thought it was the other one here, but no, this is the one that's just turned up now, so. The next nightmare. We don't know if this is actually going to fit on this one. He's just having a look and everything. So we're at the next destination now, because this driver can't take us all the way because his hours are up. He can only take us so far. We just had a phone call. We've got to wait here for over an hour now for the next recovery. So you know what, there's nothing that we can do. I just hope they're not going to be longer than a couple of hours, because then we've got the issue of staying in the service station for more than a couple of hours. But so yeah, so van's coming off of here now, and then like I said, we have to wait for the next recovery. I don't even know where we are. I don't know how far we are from home or anything. The next thing that we'll try to sort out is like when we get the van obviously dropped off, because we're getting it dropped off at Volkswagen Oldham. The next thing that we've got is the issue is obviously we're not going to be there till about midnight, is how we're going to get home from there, but that's the next thing that we need to work out. But for now, obviously they're getting the van off, so I thought for what she said, it's really nice up there. We may as well have a quick look and try and get a little bit of like sightseeing, like, you know, whilst we're here. So we're just getting the van off now. The view at this service station, this is the views that we should have been having on our road trip. I don't even know if I've told you, like, on this road trip what we're supposed to be doing. We was going to be going to Scotland for like 3 or 4 weeks, like travelling like a lot of places that we've not seen and stuff. And do you know what, one of the reasons that I feel really, really bad about this is, like, you know, Brooke's got a lot of things going on in her life at the moment, and do you know what, Brooke needed a holiday, and I was really looking forward to like taking her away from like the realities of life and enjoying, you know, like a road trip around Scotland and things. But yeah, look at this view here. It's nice to see something like this, but yeah, absolute nightmare. That's so gutted. I'm absolutely devastated, guys. I really am. And like I said, I'm more like gutted for like Brooke, because, you know, like I said, she was really looking forward to this. She really was. But so right, I'm going to just chill in the van now and wait for the next recovery to come, and, you know, hopefully there won't be any issues of just like getting us straight then over to the Volkswagen Oldham.
I think it was the same. I think it's the same company.
So we're here at Volkswagen Oldham after such a long day. Now Volkswagen Oldham is over there, but we're just parking in a different car park. We've had permission from the people, you know, the car park here, so we've already sorted that out. Van's coming off now. We have to leave the van here, so it's just coming off the vehicle now. So do you know what, guys, it's been a long day. I'm gonna leave this video here. We have to wait till the next one to find out what's going on, but we're coming back here in a couple of days, and obviously we're going to go into Volkswagen. I've tried to start the van again, it won't start, so I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know how we're going to get it out of here to get it over to the garage, but until the next one, guys, bye for now.